NDVS SB Golden Guide. Making a phone call using VoiceOver. Presented by Gary Bornson, Network Administrator and NDVS SB Tech Expert.
Good morning. My name is Gary. I'm a Network Administrator here at North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind, and also a so-called technology expert. Today we're going to look at the basics of running the iOS iPhone. I'm using iOS 10.2 or 0.2, whatever it is. And I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of how to place a phone call. Some may say that's kind of elementary and I can just have Siri do it, which is true, but there will be times when Siri can't do what you need to do. So I feel it's important that you know how to use the keyboard on the iOS device. All right, now on the screen, those of you that are visually impaired or blind, you can just go with the speech, but visually people can see and help a little bit here. And I'm going to go down to the phone app. The main thing, first thing you have to do is learn how to dial a phone number, because one of the things with the iPhone, there's no way to do 911 unless you do it manually. There are some tricks that might work, but you can't tell Siri to dial 911. She won't do it. So again, getting used to using the number pad for phone number, and then graduating to the full keyboard where you've got all of your letters and numbers and all that. So I'm going to touch down on my dock.
Dock, phone.
And
Double tap to open.
I happen to be right on it, so I will open it up.
Phone number, text field. Double tap to edit.
Okay. Now, what's on the screen? Never been here. What's on the screen? Two-fingered flip up.
Phone number, text field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, star, 0, pound, call, button, favorites, tab, 1 of 5, recents, tab, 2 of 5, contacts, tab, 3 of 5, selected, keypad, tab, 4 of 5, voicemail, tab, 5 of 5.
Okay, so that read me the whole screen. So I know there's an edit field for the phone number, the keypad, and then toward the end there it started saying tabs. Now these tabs, whichever one you select is what's going to show on your screen. For instance, now I'm at the last one, which is voicemail. But if I flip one finger right to left,
selected, keypad, tab, contacts, tab, recents, tab, 2 of favorites, tab, 1 of 5, call, button.
And so those were the 5 tabs. So if I wanted to see my recent calls, I would flip back to recent.
Favorites, tab, recents, tab, 2
and I
of
would
5.
Double tap it, and all of my phone calls would then appear on the screen. If I wanted contacts, I would just flip to
Contacts, tab, 3 of 5.
and I would double tap it, and my contacts will appear on the screen. If I want the keypad,
Selected, keypad, tab, 4 of 5.
I would double tap that. It already is selected. And the last one is the voicemail, if I want to check my voicemail.
Voicemail, tab, 5 of 5.
So depending on which one of these 5 items at the bottom of the screen, and several apps have this format where they have different tabs at the bottom. So you need to choose one of them, and then we can go back to the top. Now I can go to the top with a 4-finger touch on the top part of the screen.
Phone number, text field. Double tap to edit.
There, it took me to the top. Now again, I can just touch on my screen to locate a number. So I'll just touch in the middle of my screen.
9.
So I'm on number 9.
WXYZ.
I could slide my finger. There's a regular telephone, so if I wanted a 7, I could just slide my finger,
Not 8. TUV 7.
and there I've got the
PQRS.
7. If I want that in, I double tap with one finger.
7.
And you heard the telephone beat go in there. So now we need, the 0 is to the right and down a little bit.
Pound. 0. Double tap and hold to enter the plus symbol.
And I double tap that to put a 0 in.
0.
Okay? Now, another way to double tap, if I wanted a 1, I'll go find the 1. So I can just touch on my screen.
2. 5. 1.
There's the 1. Now, I lifted my finger, but if I wouldn't have, let's say I'm going to put a 2 in there, so I'll slide to the right.
5. 6. 5. JKL 2.
And now
ABC.
I've got my finger on that number 2. So if I just touch the screen with another finger, it's the same thing as doing a double tap.
2. 5. 5. JKL.
So there's 2 ways you can do this. You can fumble around and find the numbers and then double tap, or you can slide your finger around. When you find the one you want, just touch the screen with another finger. Same as doing a double tap. Now this is standard typing. I'll show you one more quick thing here.
4.
I'm going to swipe from
GHI.
right to left to go backwards.
3. 2. 1. Delete.
Oh, that wasn't there before.
Phone number 702. Text field.
And
Double
so
tap to edit.
once I have a character in there, I'll swipe left to right with one finger.
Delete.
Now I have a delete button. So if I didn't want that to, I would just double tap the delete button.
2.
And now I can swipe backwards again.
Phone number 70. Text field.
So
Double
now
tap
I
to
know
edit.
I could go down and find the 1. And if I was dialing a 701. Now that's one way to do it, is just slide your finger around, find the number, keep your finger on it, and touch the screen with another finger. Just a quick little bump. And that'll put it in. Or you can raise your finger, double tap it, and swipe left or right to locate the next number.
Delete. 1. 2. 1.
Double tap.
1.
And I want to find the 7.
2. 3.
I'm just
4.
swiping.
5. 6. 7.
Double tap.
7. 8. 9.
Double tap.
9.
And it puts the numbers in for you. Now I'm going to see if my rotor works for me here. This is standard typing. I'll show you quickly the touch typing.
Typing mode. Touch typing.
Okay, now I set it to touch typing. The difference between typing, which is what I was showing you, is when I put my finger on the screen now, I have to keep it on the screen and slide around. Because when I lift my finger, it's going to put the character in. I don't have to double tap.
8. 5. 5. 5. J2. 2.
So I keep my finger on the screen.
8. T7. 7.
As soon as I lift it, it puts the character in. So it eliminates the double tapping. But it takes a lot of practice to get used to that. So start out with the standard typing. And then of course, your call button, you'll learn that it's above those tabs.
Call button.
Now I'm on the call button. If I double tap it, it'll place the phone call. So this gives you practice in swiping, it gives you practice in double tapping, and you need to know how to enter a phone number. And when I'm done, if say I don't want to place the call, I simply hit the home button.
Double tap to open. Actions available.
I guess we'll call it quits here. Thanks for listening, and call us if you ever have any trouble.
Contact Gary at 701-795-2712 or G. Bornson at nd.gov, GBORNSEN at nd.gov. Thanks for watching NDVS SB Golden Guides.